care what people think.
My name's blurry face and I care what you think. My name's blurry face and I.
Hey, what's up, Avery Army? Avery John here today with another FSX video. So today it's a little bit different. As you could tell by the title of this video, we are in VATSIM. So basically, we are here in WestJet, and we're going to be flying from KLAX, or Kilo Lima Alpha X-Ray, to CYYC, or Charlie Yankee Yankee Charlie, which is, I believe, Calgary, Canada. So that's what we're going to be doing. That's our flight plan today. So also, I have moved onto my iPad. Instead of having a ton of papers for my flight plan and everything, I have it on my iPad now to be more, so I don't waste paper and stuff like that. And the only thing I have on paper now is my checklist, because I can't find it and I can't get it on my iPad. So that's the only paper that you will be hearing today. So I have all my ground charts and everything here on my iPad. So basically, let me get onto my flight plan. So our call sign today is Whiskey Juliet Alpha 1511, or WestJet 1511. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to come down to the FMC and we are going to go return fuel. Let's get our fuel set. So let me come down here. Our release is 24,371, so 24371. And then return payload. Our payload today is 126.6. So put that in. And then we could come up to the overhead upper and we could line these and get those aligned. And then we could come down to the FMC again, go menu, FMC, position initialization, go Kilo Lima Alpha X-Ray. Enter. Next page, GPS left, previous, and boom. So it's basically, there's basically no difference other than 0.3 decimals for this and then 0.1 on this. So it's not that big of a deal. It wasn't fully completed. Actually, yeah, it was. So it's fine. It's like, it's in the same area, it's in the same airport, so that's fine. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to route KLAX, and we are going to Charlie Yankee Yankee out. Charlie Yankee Yankee Charlie, sorry. And our flight number, Whiskey Juliet Alpha 1511. And the runway we are gonna take off from is 25 right, but what we could do is we could come down here and get ATIS. So let me go over to the ground charts for Los Angeles and get ATIS 133.8. And let's listen to this. Let's look up here for the active runways.
Greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions, new clouds at 5,600. Temperature 2.5. Altimeter 29902. ILS runway 7. Left ILS runway 7.
You know what? That reminds me. Open Active Sky Next. So what we're going to be doing is
Active Sky Next.
This is just so we get realistic weather. Because ATC on VATSIM will give you real life weather instead of like just regular. So let's go ahead and get this up over here. Load our flight. And let's switch back over and see. See if anything changes. Yep, now it's really smoggy and stuff. Well, not smoggy, but
Visibility 3. Sky conditions 900. Scattered. Ceiling 1000. Overcast. Temperature 2.16.
25 right.
Altimeter 299.
Okay, so we are going off 25 right, which is the runway that we have set in our flight plan. So 25 Romeo. We could go to departure or an arrival. Our flight plan today, we are departing out of Gorman 4, and our transition is Echo Hotel Foxtrot. And swipe over to 25 right and route. Now what we could do, everything is good. So next page, and let's go ahead and put this in. So direct to FRA and this is Friant. Direct to Lima Lima Charlie, and that is Lovelock. Direct to Romeo Echo Oscar. Direct to Twiggy Tango Whiskey India Golf Yankee. Next page. Direct to Lumbee Lima. What's U? Forgot. Lima U. Mike Bravo Yankee. Direct, and then not direct, Juliet 157. Juliet 517. Then to Foxtrot Alpha Romeo November Sierra. Then Juliet 504. Then to Opale. Then we could go to Arrival Charlie Yankee Yankee Charlie. We're going to be landing ILS runway 28. And we can go ahead and do, let's see, Opale 1, Arrival, route, and we are going to be getting rid of this vector. And sweet, activate, execute. Now we could go to perf initialization, double click ZFW. Our reserves today are 2.4. Cost index will go 35. Our cruising altitude is flight level 380, so 38,000 feet. And execute, N1 limit, we are going to go derated takeoff of 2. And climb, I believe, -1. Because the flight restrictions, or there's a takeoff restriction, if I can get that, for Gorman 5 departure, or Gorman 4, because we have outdated stuff. Let's see, takeoff runways 24 left, right, 25 left and right, climb on heading 251 to cross SMO R154. Actually, why am I reading that? It's not the right one. Let's see. Okay, takeoff minimums. 25 left and right and 24 left and right. Standard with minimum climb of 250 feet per nautical mile to 3,100 feet. So basically, we're going to be going climb -1 because on the flight plan it says limit OBS A. So I'm guessing, I'm not 100% sure, I've never had a climb different thing with PFPX, so I'm guessing that we're just going to go here. So we're going to go to takeoff, we'll go flaps 1 for takeoff, that's what PFPX gave us, excuse me. Put in the V1, VR, and V2 speeds. Our V2 speed is 155, so go ahead and put that in here. And our trim is 5.61. So go ahead and set that. 6.1, perfect. What we could do is we could arm our flight directors. We could arm VNav and LNav. And then that is good, so let's go ahead and come up to the overhead panel. And let's get everything set up. Actually, what we could do is we could go Shift F to get fuel truck, and we are number 2 in line. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to go through here, yaw damper on, left forward fuel pump on, start the APU. Let's switch that over to ground power. We can close this emergency exit lights. We could chime that or no smoking sign and fasten seatbelt signs on. We can turn on the window heats. We can do everything else like that and switch this over to 38,000, which is our max altitude. So, pre-flight checklist: oxygen tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches: normal, auto. Window heat on. Pressurization mode selector: auto. Flight instruments: heading 251 for takeoff. Altimeter 2996. Parking brake set. Engine start levers cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete. Let's see. Alright, so what we could do now is we are good with this, so I'm actually going to come down here, the menu, FS Actions, doors, next page, and close the cargo doors. Then previous page, and we can go ahead and close the left entry forward. We'll say we're done with boarding. There's no ATC online here right now, so that's closing, and then we could close the air stairs. Alright, so that is done. We could go ahead and we could go to ground connections, and we can switch off air conditioning unit. Let's go ahead and come up here, switch over to APU, turn on the fuel pumps. We can go ahead and, let's see, make sure ground power is off, then come down to here, get rid of ground power, and we could also get rid of wheel chock since we have our parking brake set. We are also almost ready for pushback. So what we can do, I'm just going to get this set up, so all we have to do is switch this over on the MCU or MC or whatever the hell this is. All we got to do is click this button right here, and we could get rid of this master caution. Let's see, what else do we need to do? Nothing yet, so what we're, oh wait, this didn't even get switched over. Alright, there we go. So we are going to get ready for pushback. Before start checklist: flight deck door closed and locked. Fuel, however many pounds we have. Menu, S actions, fuel 24,361 pounds. Pumps on. Passenger signs: seatbelt sign, no smoking sign on. Windows locked. MCP V2 155. Heading 251. Altitude will climb. Let's see the let's see, it says, okay, climb on heading 251 to cross SMO R154 at or below 3,000, then on radar vectors to LAX and Gorman, thence on transition or assigned route. No wait, lost communications. So we're going to go ahead and go on lost communications because we do not have ATC. So, if not in contact with departure control within 5 minutes after departure, climb to flight level 230 or filed altitude, whichever is lower. Aircraft filing to flight level 240 or above, climb to filed altitude 10 minutes after departure. So we are going to set our altitude to flight level 230. We will climb and maintain flight level 230, and then once 10 minutes after departure, we will be able to tell from this clock over here. After 10 minutes after departure, we will go ahead and climb to our cruising altitude. So let's see, takeoff obstacles, don't need that right now. Let's see, takeoff speeds. V1 is 149, VR 150, V2 155. CDU pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim free and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing completed. Anti-collision light can come on. We can also put on the wing lights, wheel well lights, and logo lights. So we are ready for pushback, guys. Let me get this ready for after start check, or for taxi checklist, aka after start checklist. Okay, so let's go ahead and request pushback. So menu, FS actions, pushback. We're gonna go straight distance 20, and then turn nose left. No wait, straight distance 20, turn nose left. Let's go, because it's a tight corner, we'll go 100 degrees turn because of this turn right here. So we're gonna go back 20 feet and then it will turn us, and we can go ahead and watch that and switch over if we need to. Can you go 100? Oh, you can only do 90? Wow. Okay, that's fine. So go ahead and start this.
Ground cockpit.
Go ahead, Captain.
We're all set to go up here. We've been cleared to push and start at your discretion.
Roger that, ready for push. Power and air are clear, doors closed. We are ready for pushback. Release parking brake, please.
Release parking brake.
Brakes off, here we go.
There we go. Alright, go ahead and switch that over and get this up. We have started to push back, so we could go ahead and set the engine's left or right one on, and we are starting our pushback and startup procedures. So, okay, doesn't look like we'll have ATC until when we get there, so go ahead and flip this on really quick. Make sure we're on the right path. Here comes a, looks like an A3, no wait, what is that? 767 American Airlines. Alright, we could go ahead and switch this over and turn on the left engine. And we could stop pushback. 20, flip that up. We can set the parking brake. My joystick up here. Okay. Alright, that engine is started up. So what we can go ahead and do now is switch over to all the other stuff. So switch over to here. We could turn off the APU gen, turn off the APU bleed, turn on the electric hydraulic pumps, turn on the probe heats. We can turn on the left pack, right pack, and change the isolation valve to auto. We can go ahead and flip on our taxi light switch, and we can switch this over to Gen 1. We can come down here and flip on our TCAS, and everything else looks good. Before taxi checklist, generators on, probe heat on, anti-ice as needed, off, isolation valve auto, engine start switches continuous, recall checked, auto brake RTO. Engine start levers, idle, detent, flight controls. Let's go ahead and check that. We'll just say they work because I don't have any errors on. I have them all turned off, so there's no emergencies. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment clear. And we are ready for taxi. So we are gonna taxi to runway 25 right. Let me get my ground charts out. Okay, 25 right. Looks like we're gonna be taxiing down Echo all the way down to the very end. We're almost at the end actually right now. So we'll taxi down Echo. And then we will turn left, cross runway 24 left, and yeah. Alright, looks like we will be turning over on right after Echo 8. We will turn on. So this next turn we will turn over and be able to cross. Alright, we could go ahead and go flaps 1. And turn left right here. Alright, let's hold position right once we get up here. Go ahead and check for crossing people. So we could turn on the runway turnoff lights. We can hold position. Oops. Set our parking brake. We can do is we can switch over the probe thing or the strobe lights. Everything else looks good. I just chimed flight attendants to sit for takeoff. And let's look to the right and see if there's anyone landing. Nope, looks like we are clear. Alright, this is some heavy fog. Alright, go ahead and put on our landing lights. We could put off our taxi lights. I accidentally forgot to release parking brake. Before takeoff checklist, flaps 1, green light, stabilizer trim, 5 point, looks like 5.61 units. Oh shoot. And we are cleared for takeoff. So go ahead and start our elapsed time. Takeoff thrust. At 80 knots, I will go ahead and set the clock. $80 knots. Rotate.
V2.
And 250 feet per positive rate. You're up. Go ahead and go flaps up. I feel like they wouldn't make you do this. Alright, autothrottle has taken over. Getting into some turbulence. Maybe it's 2,500, not 250. Maybe I'm just retarded, you know? Alright, I probably have forgotten something, but you know, whatever. So we could go ahead and switch off the RTO, lock the landing gear, and turn off the runway turnoffs. We can go ahead and turn off the wheel well lighting, and pull up the retractable landing gear. And I'll just on autopilot. Cool. Alright, so we are climbing flight level 070 or 7,100 for flight level 230. Looks like I will not have any ATC at all. Let's see, no ATC at at Calgary. God, can't talk. And it looks like our estimated time of arrival is 2200 or 2249 Zulu, which is about 2 hours from now. So that's fine. We were expecting a 2-hour flight, but for you guys it will be a lot shorter. Alright, after takeoff checklist, forgot to do this. Engine bleeds on, packs, auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights. Alright, we crossed through 10,000, so we could go ahead and switch off the landing lights. We could go ahead and switch these over to FLT for flight. Alright guys, looks like we are getting some turbulence. It has been about 10 minutes after flight, so we're going to continue to climb up through 38,000. Intervene and switch that over to standard. One thing I just learned about this is what you could do is you could click center and it goes to this view, and then you could click it again and it shows where, like, if you're gonna make your approach thing. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna be using that for landing. Oh, what I forgot to do, guys, is I forgot to turn on the weather radar. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and attend the flight crew so they know they could get up and walk around now. It's safe because it's not really turbulency anymore. Alright guys, so we have reached our cruising altitude. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch the fasten seatbelt signs to auto and attend the flight attendants to go around the cockpit and serve. Alright guys, so basically we are here, we are basically 60 nautical miles from our top of descent. So what we are going to do is we are going to, firstly, I want to check if we are on schedule for our descent. Let's see, we are supposed to be at Twiggy. Let me see, got this pulled up, if it loads. Let's see, when are we supposed to be at Twiggy? We are scheduled to be at Twiggy at 1 hour and 58 minutes, so we are a little bit behind schedule. That's because we took off a little bit late and I started the clock like right away. So anyway, so we are basically on schedule, and then we should be at our top of descent at 2 hours and 6 minutes, which is in about 6 or 8 minutes or something like that. That is in about 50 nautical miles. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get set up for descent. So what we need to do, I do not have the approach, I don't have the approach charts for Charlie, or for Calgary International, because I do not have, what's it called, I do not have Navigraph charts yet. I am actually like saving up so I could actually buy that, and I could get maybe a yearly thing. Let's see. So I can maybe get a yearly thing. Still thinking if I should buy it or not. Either that, or I could just use these free charts that I just keep finding. But Navigraph is so much better, and they have everything, like every single airport. So basically, I'm not sure what to do. So basically, we're 40 nautical miles away from our top of descent, so we're gonna go ahead and get set up. So first what we want to do is we want to come down to the FMC, we want to go to init ref, and we are landing with 40-degree flaps, and our landing speed is 138 knots. Our ILS 428, runway 28 is 110.9er. That's why, okay, never mind. Okay, so what I want to do really quickly is I want to go to the ATIS. 114.8. Alright. 127.2. Want to make sure I have the... Never mind, we cannot do that yet. So, what we're going to do, because we cannot get ATIS yet, we don't know the active runway, but I have an idea. So what we could do is we could come over here. We can go to airport details, and we can get the MEDAR or whatever. So actually, let's go CYYC. No wait, what am I doing? Okay, right click on here, CYYC MEDAR. So the winds are 080 at 6 knots. So basically, the winds are going to be flying at us. Let me go ahead and get this up. They're going to be, winds are here at 6 knots. So the runway we are landing on is 28, and looks like that is fine. So so it looks like we're fine to do that. So what we're gonna do, it looks like runway 28 is the active runway. I'm not 100% sure, but we could always check once we get closer to the airport. So basically, we're gonna go 110.9, 110. On both sides. That up, and then we could go ahead and do our course selector, which is 283. 283. And we can go ahead and go to legs, see what we need to descend down to, 5,000 feet. So go ahead and put this down to 5,000. Let's go ahead and descend straight down to 5,000 feet, because you could tell because it is the magenta one, and we are descending. That's what we need to descend down to. So we'll be at our top of descent in about 10 nautical miles, or 15 or whatever. So what we can do now is we can We won't put on the actually, yeah, we'll put on the fasten seatbelt signs because we're about to start at top of descent. We can, let's see what else we need to do. We need to set our RTO. We're gonna do medium because the runway is, aha. Okay, so I found the degree for the airport runway. So the airport runway is going to be somewhat like this facing. So if actually I could have just zoomed out for that, but the airport runway is going to be facing this way and the winds are going this way. So we might want to land on runway 34. So if we go ahead and go into this departure arrival runway ILS 34 and just go on the same approach, execute route, get rid of these route discontinuities, and get rid of the vector as well. Oops, get rid of this vector. There we go. Alright, so it looks like, let me go to legs. I do not like that at all. I don't like it. So we want to go from Opale straight to, we want to go, where's Bovix? So we want to go Bovix and we want to move that up right under Opale, execute. Okay, perfect. A lot better, I love it. I mean, it's a little too close, but it's fine. Okay, let's see, we need to be at 4,820, so just go to the closest, 4,800. And we have the approach good. Actually, we should be flying into the wind, so we should be going on runway 16, because you fly and depart into the winds, so I need to change this again. So we're going to be arriving ILS 16. Let's see the approach. We can go, what's our approach right now? Obviously not be able to, oh, Opale 1, execute, departure arrival, or route, get rid of this vector. Let's see what we need to do. Get rid of this vector, execute, legs. Alright, that's good, that's good. So we need to be at 5,100 now. Okay, looks good. Now we will be actually landing into the winds because we need to, yeah, we need to land into the winds. Hopefully the winds do not change. Let's go ahead and double check this. MEDAR 080. No. 80 is over here. So we do need to change the wind. Okay, we'll be right back, guys, after I figure this out. Because I keep messing up. Alright guys, so actually what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to just go straight onto runway 16 because there's no ILS for runway 10 or anything like that, so we're just going to continue on to this runway. And runway 28 is flying with the winds, or it's not flying against the winds, and that's not at all what we want to do. So we're just gonna continue to land on the same way that we just planned. So what we could do is we could go ahead and open this, see if we're going to be descending correctly. Looks like we should be where we need to be, but we will go ahead and figure that out later. So for now, we could just go ahead and do that. And let's see. Okay. So we are going to start our descent. Alright guys, so I don't know if anything showed up when I was talking, but I remember when we were flying and getting closer to Canada, we actually crossed over into Canada. Let's pull up VATSIM really quick and see we just crossed over into Canada, which is this line right here. And let's see, just updated right now. So basically we are going to be, our flight plan, we're going to fly forward a little bit, turn right, and then continue over here, and then once we get to here we will turn and line up on the runway. So that's going to be our approach for this. I believe there's another plane. Yes, so this plane right here just took off out of Spokane, and it is going to be flying to Calgary. Let's see the flight details over here. That is a Beechcraft, so that's gonna be a long time until it gets over there. So basically we are the only plane that is going to be there, except for this one, and that will be departing as we are landing. It should be, or a little bit before. So looks like we are going to be flying into some heavy weather. Let's click terrain and see. Alright, so the highest terrain is 111. And that is the brighter green. So let's just wait for the weather and see how it goes. So it looks like we are flying into some nasty weather. Alright guys, so what we want to do is we actually want to come down here and make sure we got this, because I believe last time I messed that up. So what we want to do is we want to switch this over to 109.3, because I did change the arrival runway. So 109.3 on both sides. 109.3. And the course is 163. So go ahead and fix these. Alright, looks like we got that. And yes, it does look like we are flying into some very bad weather. So what we might, I'm gonna see if I can, I'm not the best with a METAR. Oh, here goes that plane that just took off, the WestJet. So I'm gonna look at the METAR, and let's see. Let's see, wind speed is totally changed. Wait, is this KLAX? No, it's okay. Okay, so it looks like the wind speed is 330 at 17. I'm not too good at reading this, but I do know that 320 V080 is the direction that the wind speed can be going, and I believe the wind speed is 24 gusts. Okay, I got this. 330 at 17, gust of 24 knots. And then it will be from 320 degrees on here, 320 to however far the other place is. So pink, that is really, really bad weather. So it looks like we are going into thunderstorms or something like that. Since we don't have ATC, I won't be able to know if I can do that. So we're just going to use this ATC for now, request flight following.
Center 738, this time Boeing 737, 28 miles southeast of Charlie Yankee Bravo Alpha, request flight following. 738, this is Center, squawk 6344. Squawk 6344, 738. 738, later contact 29 miles southeast of Charlie Yankee Bravo Alpha, flight level 185.
Alright, go ahead and move this over. Because it looks like we're going to be going into some turbulence soon, I'll go ahead and, oh, we are passing through there, so click standard and just click B to set it. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attend our flight crew to sit down because we will be going through some turbulence. You know, and it looks like, let's go, Class B airspace transition. I actually think I have that right here. Class Bravo airspace transition. I'm actually learning to be an ATC on VATSIM as well, so we could do videos on that. So basically, busiest of airports generally extends from the surface to 10,000 feet. And includes airports such as Chicago, O'Hare, Los Angeles, Miami International, to name a few. And this is what it looks like sectional. So we're not going to switch over to Class B. Let's go nearest airport list. Okay, it doesn't look like it's on the list yet. 133.3. Alright, so we are almost crossing through 10,000 feet, so we could go ahead and do our descent checklist. Pressurization, landing altitude. Recall, checked, auto brake, medium. Landing data, VREF, minimums, don't mess with that, as you guys know if you watch my videos, because I still haven't learned how to do that. Approach briefing completed. Descent checklist complete. Making me nervous flying into this weather because I have no clue how it's going to be once we break through these clouds. Let's see if we could contact ATIS for Charlie Yankee Charlie. Yes. Looks like it is 127.2. Oh, yep. Yep, we're landing on 3-4.
All aircraft will be back on short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact, you have to back. Calgary Airport in.
Alright.
123.85738. Calgary approach 738 with you. 738 Calgary approach. Roger. Altimeter 2983.
We are starting to get into the weather. Let's hope this goes well. We might have to land with max stuff. God, it would really help. Oh, there's lightning. Great. So what we might have to do, if we go to here and we go to our flight plan, we might have to go to our alternate airport, which is Charlie Yankee Quebec Foxtrot. Oh my God, it looks like it is pouring down rain, so go ahead and get our wipers. And it looks like there's a ton of turbulence. So let me get my remote controller down just in case. Making me nervous. mean, look at all this weather. It's so bad. Okay. Definitely. Alright, I'm gonna turn these off for now because they're pretty annoying. And we don't really need them. I really do love Easy Dock camera though. I mean, the way it looks like with the turbulence, it's just great. I love it. Okay, I don't think we're gonna be down fast enough, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go level change and our spoilers extended. So we can go ahead and get down faster. Once we cross past 11,000, so once we get down to 10,900, we'll go ahead and go through the below 10,000 checklist. Basically just landing lights and runway turn off and stuff like that. And almost there. Alright, let's go ahead and start that checklist. So landing lights on, retractables up though. Runway turnoffs can be on. Our engines can be set to continuous. Logo light can be on. Wheel well lights can be on. And let's make sure to attend our cabin crew. I know we already did, but whatever. And yeah. So let's hope we break through these clouds and descend faster. It looks like we're going to decel soon. Below 10,000 feet. Alright, pretty soon here, the plane should be decelling us, so there we go. Let's go ahead and put these on. Alright, let's go ahead and put on VOR lock localizer. Might have to do a go around because we might be too high. Are you wanting us with the runway already? No! No, LNAV! I put it up to it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go flaps 1 just to help slow us down because we're obviously going way too fast. It would be fun to do. Alright, so VOR localizer. We need to get flaps down farther. Descent. Alright. That's not right. 163. Oh, I just saw some lightning. Breaking through these clouds. Come on, come on. We could do this. We might get struck by lightning. I wouldn't be surprised. Yep, I think we just got struck by lightning. Whoops. Alright, we need to be on this glide slope. And we need to slow down too. Alright, looks like we have intercepted the glide slope over here. Alright, so we're going to go flaps 15, gear down. We're going way too fast for this though. But we need to slow down because this is not a good runway. So we're going to go ahead and do setting 3 for auto brakes for landing. And we could go ahead and go flaps 25. And please take the glide slope. Please, good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and already put our speed down to reference. Flaps 30. And full flaps.
1,000.
Alright, let's go ahead and go nearest tower. Make sure we're full flaps. Let's watch this line. We'll watch it once we get closer. Alright, we need to let go of these speed brakes and on them for landing. I hope we weren't even clear to land.
Calgary approach 738, cancel flight following. 738, Calgary approach, cancellation received, squawk 1200.
100.
Change approved.
50, 30,
Flare?
20, 10.
Oh, that was a hard landing. Thrust reversers. Radar 60 knots. Take off the reverse thrusters. Disengage that and manual braking. We can go ahead and taxi off here. Alright, go ahead. Oh, we forgot to put those landing lights on. We can go ahead and put on our taxi lights. Start our APU, switch this over, and turn off those lights. We can go ahead and turn on the APU bleed, attend the flight crew, and looks like we're good to taxi. We could go ahead and switch off the weather radar, switch off the AP, or that. We can go ahead and start going flaps out. We're just going to drive right through this car because, whatever, because they won't move. Alright, we're going to be taxiing down to gate, I don't know what gate. This would be good to do before. Alright guys, so we are pulling in to our gate now. We were supposed to be at Bravo 22, which is actually right here, but they don't have the taxi line, so we're just going to park at this jetway right next to it, which is right over here once we turn. And I'm going to be in this view to park, just so we get right on the line. We'll go on the second line. So we can go ahead and set our parking brake and call the jetway. We can park those. We could switch over to the APU gen, and we can switch off the engines. We can turn off the taxi lights. Let's go ahead and now switch off the wing lights. We can keep the fuel pumps on for the APU. Let's turn off the LPAC, RPAC, open the isolation valve, turn off the engine bleeds, turn off the probe heat, and what else can we do? Whoops. Alright, what else can we do? We can now turn off the seatbelt signs and go to menu, FS actions, doors, left entry forward, and cargo doors. And boom, there you have it. We have arrived at Charlie Yankee Yankee Charlie. That is going to be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. It was so much fun, even though we didn't have any ATC. Really sad, but we didn't have any ATC, so I'm very sorry about that, guys. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed that dangerous approach, or not really dangerous, but bad weather approach. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. See you guys next time.